Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Art of the Finish Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Rels, once again joined by the main event, the showstopper, the icon himself,
The
Doogie.
franchise.
Doogie Franchise. What's going on, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, yo, yo. What up? What up? What up, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man.
How
What's
are
going on
you?
with you? Can't complain, bro. How was your weekend?
It's been cool. I'm finally over this damn whatever it was that took me over for the last week. Like, I feel better.
That's
Like,
good.
from how was the time I was talking last time I was on the show, and like the day after we first recorded, it's been a roller coaster.
No, it's glad to see you feeling better because yeah, Thursday come from Thursday to now, it's like you look like a totally different person right now.
Thank you. I'm with it. I'm like, and I'm coming off this dope pay-per-view. Like I just rewatched it. I don't really do that often, but it was such a good pay-per-view. I was like, yeah, I gotta run it back.
Okay, so before you do that, let's give the iconic Doogie Franchise introduction to Crown Jewel. You ready?
Oh, oh, wait, damn. I got one. I got it. I
All
got
right,
one. Let
in
me.
three, two, one.
Yesterday, which was a Saturday, it was a pay-per-view like no other. As in Rita, Saudi Arabia, WWE Crown Jewel gave a WrestleMania-esque performance. One no one expected. Let's see. We had everything from storytelling, hype, risk, and surprises, even twists. And goddamn it, Logan Paul, you son of a bitch, you performed. I respect it. And I even got to say, the match I wasn't even looking forward to, which was that Karrion Kross Drew McIntyre, it was damn good. And now, we're going to get into it today. We're going to talk about Crown Jewel 2022. Oh, yeah. Are you ready? Let's get it. I need some water. Doing that is...
Oh man. I say overall, I will say overall yesterday the pay per view was actually pretty good. I got a chance to watch it last night. And I will say Logan Paul, Logan Paul's a WWE superstar. I can't even.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say.
I can't.
Yo, he over delivered.
Absolutely. I can't even say anything bad about him at this moment.
You know what? Let's save that one though. Let's save that. Let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. Let's start from the base of the show. Let's start from what started it. Because I ain't even gonna front. The pay-per-view started gun blazing. Where Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, the Beast versus the Almighty. And my God, for a match that wasn't that long, it was long enough to get me hyped for a round 3.
And that's exactly what's going to happen. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Brock was back on the plane before the main event?
No.
You actually think he stood around?
Yeah, I think he stood around. I ain't gonna front. I feel like Brock is just having a good time now. Because even in that match, it's like, yo, I think Brock is just doing whatever he can to make his money, but have fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yo, I don't even need the title no more. Because, yo, that match was an all Bobby match. That match was all Bobby. And I felt like Brock was like, I'm going to let you have
Hey,
this.
babe, what's up, babe?
But we're going to run it back one more time. And, ooh, like, I couldn't believe they started with it. I would have put the Braun and Omos first, but that being the first match made it like, yeah, you can't miss nothing. That shows you shouldn't miss nothing that whole day.
Bobby dominated him too.
That's what I'm saying. It was an all Bobby match. Cause like, yo, Bobby wasn't even waiting for Brock to get in the ring and all the bell rings. He's like, nah, I'm gonna just get you. You just gonna catch these hands from left to right, from beginning to end, and that's what he did.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think it just made it look like Brock just escaped the match, like he survived?
Yes. Brock lucked out. Brock got the luckiest win of 2022 right now.
Yeah, because he was throwing him around. He was you just destroying Brock that match.
Brock was in the Hurt Lock for so long, his head looked like a giant cherry.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen
Yo,
that.
yo, yeah, yo, 20, yeah, son. They got to run it back. I just don't know when they got to do it though.
Let me ask you a question: do you stretch it out to Royal Rumble? Do you stretch it out to WrestleMania?
I want them to do it at Mania. Like this is my personal thing that I would want story-wise for them. I want them to run it one more time at Survivor Series, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I would want it to end in like a draw. And then I would want, and this could be like a full circle moment to make them go to Mania, have Bobby challenge Roman for the title at either Royal Rumble or the pay-per-view before, and Brock cost Bobby the title. And then he's like, yeah, I'm sick of this. Let's end it now.
Actually, that's actually not a bad idea. It would make sense considering what happened last year.
Yeah, that would be like a dope that's like a year good storytelling right there. That's all I want. That's all I want.
My only logical storyline gap with that is, realistically speaking, it's like Brock is mad at Bobby for losing the belt when Roman was the one that actually cost Brock the belt.
No, see, and that's not what I think that's a good take, but I think Brock is mad at Bobby for Bobby acting like he just beat Brock Lesnar all on his own. You know what I mean?
I mean, he did.
No, he got help. It's like, yo, if like, listen, if you was to fight somebody and then you got set up by your mans and then jumped by another person, and then that person just claims the victory that you were supposed to fight the one-on-one with, and he going around talking about how he beat you, wouldn't you be upset too?
Yeah, but see, once again, storyline gap. So you go after Brock, you go after Lashley now because you couldn't beat Roman.
Yo, listen, man, he gotta get his rep back in. Listen, the thing is, what you do is Brock probably won the title shot again. So what he gonna do is he gonna go through every big man that should be a contender. You take out all his contenders. What's up? Look, he could be working his way backwards.
Please, please, no more Roman and Brock matches, please.
It might not be after Bobby. It could be Drew and Brock next. But like, I owe you one, bro. I owe you one. I'm just saying that's what I would have done. We need the old Brock. Nah, we don't need the old Brock. We need to keep Cowboy Brock. I'm sorry, Frank. Sorry, Frankie. We need to keep we need to keep current Brock.
Yeah, I don't like old school Brock either no more.
Yo.
Because at least this current Brock looks like he's enjoying himself.
Facts. If you want old Brock Lesnar, yo, I want 2002 Brock, if that's the case.
Oh, no, we can't do that.
I want Here Comes the Pain Brock.
I know we said we was gonna get to it later, but I just want to say, right? So I had my girlfriend watch the Roman and Logan Paul match, and she's not even a wrestling fan, and she was impressed with Logan Paul.
Yo, I'm gonna try to hold off on talking about that until because
The one thing I will say about WWE, they make you feel real good about believing that guy has a chance to win when you know full well he's not going to.
Yo, I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it because I got a lot of thoughts, especially everything before the match and that match. So I'm gonna try to hold it.
What's the next match?
Women's tag team title match. Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Damage Control.
Nobody cares. Next.
Wait, time out. Stop.
It further illustrates my point why they don't care about the women's tag team belts.
Well, explain.
Yo,
that match delivered.
It's hot potatoes. Like no.
See,
what's the point of it? So you have them drop the belts just so they can travel here to get the belts back?
So, okay. You're looking at it as that about the titles. I'm looking at it as the tiny little storylines the niches of stories in between everything. You get a sense of a possible dream match that you're gonna want to see one day, which is Asuka and Io Shirai. And they even explain the history of those two in the match. Then you got to remember everything that happened before the match, in which apparently Alexa Bliss got a lot of demons she's gonna have to start dealing with.
Yeah, I like how they low key put that Bray Wyatt logo next to it. She acknowledged it, but then kind of brushed it off.
Yeah, she tried to yeah, but then you also got to remember that whole Nikki Cross attacked hers specifically. You got to remember they used to be tag team partners together. They would go around saying, "You're my best friend. Oh, you're my best friend." Partners together. And then this is what happens. She attacks her because I'm like, yo, if y'all was friends, yo, what happened? Y'all was going back and forth in wrestling matches. I ain't heard from you about. You went crazy. You attacked me with some man got in between us and all this next train. Yeah, you thought I forgotten? Nikki ASH is coming for that ASS. Let's go. I'm getting it.
I will say this though. I will give props to WWE for this. This had to be the most females I've ever seen on a Saudi show.
True.
This was a lot of females on this show. So I give them props for that.
But yo, the tag team match was. See, let me be honest. You didn't think the match was solid? Don't be honest. Be honest.
It was nothing bigger than it was nothing more special than a main event on Raw.
Okay, but it was still good. It's good, which is why it was the number 2 match.
Yeah, we get it out the way.
Yeah, it still delivered. If you was able to run the same match back twice in a week, that's how you know it was gonna be good.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
With the stack this card was, would you put that match on a WrestleMania match? On a WrestleMania?
Not with Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Because the reason why is because Asuka's legit the workhorse, the super workhorse. Like the 4 horsewomen are workhorses, but Asuka's a super workhorse because she's the only person that had to do like matches, two title matches in a day. You know what I mean? So I will give that, and she's done it more than once in a match, where she wrestled like more than once. So Asuka deserves a WrestleMania moment, and I hope she gets one.
Yeah, because her first one was taken away from Charlotte,
which I never forget. Like I wasn't a Charlotte fan, but after that, I strongly was never a Charlotte fan. After that, there was no turning back for that. Like I need Killer Asuka back. I need that killer back. And she's like you're getting the workhorse out of her, but eventually because even that little paint stuff is getting little low key, lower up to her face. Yo, she's coming. I need that killer back. That's all I need.
Is a heel?
Yo, I don't care what she is. She could be a heel, babyface, anti-hero. I just need to start beating them. Like I need Asuka, Ronda Rousey, but I need Killer Asuka. I can't have this Asuka. I need Killer Asuka for Ronda. That's it. Next match. You ready for this? It's a steel cage match between Karrion Kross and Drew McIntyre with Scarlett Bordeaux outside.
Now, I will say the match was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Same.
I still think Karrion Kross is trash.
Same.
But this match was actually pretty good.
I still think Karrion Kross is trash too. This match, it hit. You know, like I don't know, something. You know what it is? It's like what makes this. You know what makes it why I don't like Karrion Kross? It's because I'm so used to seeing him wrestle smaller dudes.
I get it. Yeah.
So it's weird because like he's a big man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he does all this. Like I think he's cool, but I just think I don't connect with his matches because like I'm so used to like when he was wrestling somebody like Finn Balor, I was into it, and I was like, you got it, because Finn almost had it. When you was doing that whole 6-pack challenge, I was like, all right, you got it, you got it. And then even when he beat the bricks off of Tommaso, I was like, damn. But when he wrestled Samoa Joe, I was like, yeah, he's not that good. Like they got the same move. Like him and freaking Shayna Baszler got the same finisher, just different name. And then I was like, all right,
His finish was the same as Samoa Joe's. It looks all the same.
It is. And that's why I was like, I don't know. Once he got into the main roster and they ruined him the first time, I was like, damn, y'all did him dirty. But now I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think they should have thrown him with Drew first.
Nah, I don't think so either. It was like they threw him right into the fire.
Yeah.
Because you're throwing him into the ring with a babyface who's white hot right now, who was literally seconds away from beating Roman. And I think, and you know what's crazy? I think what made this feud a little bit sour on me too is the fact that he wasn't even the one that caused Drew the title at Clash of the Castle. It was Solo, but he was sitting at ringside the whole time,
trying to taunt him, throwing a water. He threw a water bottle at him. I was like, come on.
He did. And then, fans get kicked out of arenas for.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Like, yo, Shorty make him look weak, bro.
If you looked at the end of the match yesterday, it almost looked like they kind of played into that. Because it was almost like, because remember, at some point, he was like, yo, what happened? This wasn't supposed to happen. Like, because remember, she locked the cage?
Yeah.
They could also be like, locking the cage might have been the reason why he couldn't escape it fast enough.
But, like, you playing this monster character, this monster character, right? With your psycho premonition queen. But she gotta pepper spray people. Come on now. Like, you gotta look at it like this. Undertaker wasn't doing none of that. Like, Kane wasn't doing none of that. Like, what you call it? Like, Kevin Nash wasn't doing stuff like that. Look at all these other big men. Even you ain't see Roman out here pepper spraying people back in the day. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, yo,
yeah, he also has like 5 people to help him win every match too.
But that's him. But that's him now. But like, even so, when he was just the big dog, even Baron Corbin don't be out here pepper spraying people like that.
Nah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm sorry, but like the dude is trying to give off like you do. He's giving off big man energy, but doing Miz shit.
So he's giving off Braun Strowman energy, but doing Lince Dorado's things.
Like, not even Lince Dorado. I can't even give him that. He's doing Chavo Guerrero things.
He's giving off Veer Mahaan big man vibes, but doing Veer Mahaan wrestling things. There you go.
And it's I'm sorry. That's what it is. That's what I'm getting out of that. Match was solid. I like the comeback for Drew on that because I'm like, yo, bro, you need it. You can't keep like y'all can't destroy him like that. Cause yo, he was taking L's for a minute. Like, nah, it was cold. He was taking some cold L's.
He couldn't lose this one.
Yeah, he couldn't. He can lose the next one now.
Yeah.
But like, where does he go from here?
It's almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because like, where does he go from here now? Does he go back to Roman again?
Yeah, like who does he feud with? And this is why, honestly, I would say, yo, if that's the case, let him. Personally, I won't even put Karrion Kross as the person for him to feud with. I would have put Solo Sikoa because he needs that.
Mm-hmm.
And then if the only person right now that I say Drew should feud with to get Drew to Solo Sikoa would be Gunther, because he needs somebody like another big hard hitting person.
So you think Drew wins this World Cup?
Oh,
because the winner of the cup gets a title shot against Gunther.
Ooh. It's I got let's see who's in it. I would if he's in it, yeah, I would give it to him. If he's in it, I would definitely give it to him. I mean, but let's see who's in it because it could be Solo that's in it because they need more gold in the bloodline.
That's true too. I didn't even think about that.
You know what I mean? If Sammy's in it, ooh, that's the setup right there. That's another setup right there.
Yeah, but I see Sammy would be the one that would lose. He wouldn't win the belt.
See, but then here's the thing. Ready? Say Sammy is the one to win it, right? And then it's like, all right, this don't look good. This ain't right. Because they're going to be like, my family, my blood needs to actually have some gold on it. So then what you do is you set up, that's the setup right there for Solo versus Sammy. And now it's even better because Solo was the closest to Sammy. Sammy, and then so it'd be like, all right, cool. Let them beat him down. Let them humiliate and embarrass Sammy. And then Sammy go get Kevin Owens. And then it's like, bet. Y'all took that gold from me. I'm gonna take away 4 pieces of gold. For the 1 piece of gold you took away from me, I'm gonna take away 4. And that's the tag titles. That's how I would see it. For the World Cup.
So we're gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Drew and Sammy in the finals.
All right, we'll
see. Cross Drew the match. Sammy gets the title match, then Sammy loses, and then that starts the beginning of him getting kicked out the bloodline.
All right, bet. Yeah, you want to bet on that?
I'm confident. Yeah.
You want to bet on that? I bet. Loser buys a shot.
Sounds good.
Survivor Series. Got you. Loser buys a shot. All right. So the next match. Hold on. Let me make sure I remember if it was correctly. We did Drew Karrion Kross. The next match after that was the OC versus Judgment Day.
This match is so trash. I'm gonna be honest with you. That I don't understand what was the whole point of bringing the OC back. Like it was to help AJ, but what wins have they gotten? What difference does it make at this point?
I ain't gonna front. I'm still trying to figure out the point myself. And I'm sorry, but y'all are just killing time for Edge and Beth Phoenix.
That's all they're doing.
And I don't know.
But you're killing time at the expense of AJ. I don't care about the OC, but you're killing time at the expense of AJ.
Honestly, right now, I feel like the Judgment Day, because I'm trying to figure out how would you book the Judgment Day in the future? Because everybody got to get hands on them. Would you book AJ against Priest, Mysterio against?
Well, you gotta somehow stretch it to Mania. It gotta be AJ versus Finn. It has to be Dominic versus Ray. Priest. I can see Priest and Rhea versus Edge and Beth. If you can stretch it out that far.
Honestly, I would stretch it out. I would throw them all in singles matches. Matter of fact, as you saying it, I notice I'm connecting all the dots now. So check this out. Edge and Priest. Priest was the first person Edge brought into the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. That's the person, and that's the person who hit him first. So that's the person that he needs to get at the most. Then you go Beth and Rhea. That's gonna be a sexy ass stream match. I'm just saying. I'm
glad you understand that it's gonna be a stream match. It's gonna end with Rhea getting a concerto.
Let's get it, but it's gonna be a dream match. I'm gonna love that match right there. I'm gonna love that. That's all right. Next, now for obvious reason, Dom versus Ray, easy, and then AJ versus Finn. That is the last time.
And I'm gonna tell you right this: AJ versus Finn is gonna end with OC turning on AJ. Y'all would be suck ass faces.
Honestly, that would be fire too. And I gotta say, AJ Styles and Finn Balor only wrestled each other one time in the WWE.
And that
on
was
a
only
pay-per-view.
because somebody got sick and AJ was a last minute replacement.
Yeah, and that match was a banger.
It was.
So anytime AJ and Finn are in a match together, that's gold. So I'm with that. But the match overall, it was cool for what it was. It was cool for what it was. I would give it I would give it a solid 7.5 because it was still entertaining. There was some cool moments. I'm not even gonna lie to you, even Dom got his shit in on that one, and I was like,
we can both agree that Dom is a way better heel than he is a face.
Yeah, because he's not as corny.
He don't have to be. He don't have to do. He don't have to do too much.
Because like that's what I'm saying. With oh my god, when he was with his dad, it was annoying. Like I could say, like yeah, ain't nothing better than being with my daddy as we wrestle these matches and become great heroes. Because if there's anybody I want to be like, it's my daddy. Oh wait, one day I hope to be like my daddy, even though I'm taller than him, and for some reason I look like Eddie, my pappy. I don't understand.
Crazy because he really does. That's the funny thing.
Yo. So I was like, man, that match was. Sorry, I was sending the message to let somebody know we out live.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, they just. I personally thought they should have brought a female.
Yeah, I don't know what they was waiting for.
Because they was talking.
Maybe they hit their female limit.
Like maybe because if because at that point, the person I would have said like, yo, all right, we need somebody that can match it. If you can't get Flair, just take what's her name, Raquel Gonzalez.
At this point, right?
Yeah, because like yo, like that's the person who beat Rhea. You know what I mean? Like you might as well take her. That's a person who beat Rhea. Like she's the one that sent Rhea packing.
True. Rhea wasn't the same after.
Yeah. So after that match, if I'm correct, the next match should be the big man's match. Braun Strowman versus Omos.
Okay, so now that we're on this subject, because Braun got himself into a little bit of Twitter trouble today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Tell me after we discuss the match.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I watched the match yesterday when I watched the match. I kind of fell asleep on it, and then I watched it again today, and I sat there and I said, "This is that kind of match," and so that's why I fell asleep on it.
And when I read this message, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, he's bugging."
All right. So, what do you think of the match?
Okay. So as a 10-year-old kid growing up in the projects, right?
I'm so glad you started with that because what I'm about to say, you're gonna go, "Oh man."
Yeah, as a 10-year-old kid growing up in the projects, to see guys that big fight each other was monumental, right? Now, as a 40-year-old man, I don't ever want to see that on my TV again. I'm okay with that. There's a reason why big men fight little men. There's a reason why big men don't fight big men. Unless it's Undertaker and Kane. I can watch that all day. But I don't want to watch another Braun Strowman versus Omos match ever again in my life.
All right. You ready for this take I got right now?
Mm-hmm.
You ready for this? It's about to be serious.
Okay, wait, because it feels like this is needed for something. Okay,
it's about to be one of those times.
Go ahead.
So let's be real right now. That Braun Strowman Omos match ain't nothing but a Hulk Hogan match. That's all it is. It's literally Braun Strowman doing Hulk Hogan stuff. He said they got beat up by the bigger man. Oh, I ate almost. Oh, wait. Oh, you kidding me? That's Andre. Okay. Then what he do next? He tries to make a comeback, but he keeps getting stopped. He tried to pick him up, but he just kept getting stopped. So every time he charged forward, almost stopped him. It don't matter. At some point, it looked hopeless for the man they call Braun Strowman, the monsters of monsters, against the giant of giants. But then this is what happens. All it took was a little charged up, a little hulking up, and all of a sudden, one little mishap, he picks him up and splam, drops him and get an easy 1, 2, 3. Come on, if that ain't some old school Hulkamania type bit right there, then nothing is. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, you're not. And it played right into WrestleMania 3. The only difference is he didn't drop a leg drop.
Exactly. And I sat there and I said, and I was like, yo, remember how I told you I'm not a Hulk Hogan fan? I was never a Hulk Hogan fan. So when I fell asleep on Saturday on that match, it's because I was getting Hulk Hogan vibes. And there you go. So when I watched it again, and I made sure I watched it, and I was standing this time. I wasn't sitting down and comfortable. I stood up. I made sure I was doing push-ups to make sure I stood awake. And I watched it and I said, yo, this ain't nothing but a Hulk Hogan specialty. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen. Stop it. What now? What did the big Braun Strowman say?
Okay, so I think that power slam made him a little delusional. So he goes on his Twitter, Monsters of All Monsters. Holy hell at the giant Omos. Can you believe we got 47 5-stars and reminded the people that no one cares about all these flippy floppers? Giant and monsters are greater than flippy flopper. Bag your groceries at Kroger Airport Test. Hashtag size is the prize. Hashtag swolls is the goal.
Hashtag you got fired not too long ago.
Oh, speaking of which, glad you said that. Because then Mustafa Ali chimed in and was like, well, can you teach me how to get fired?
Like, for real, hashtag you had to start a whole, fake company with your boy. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you out here writing your own narrative, but you came back. So please believe he ain't the one to say that. You got to remember, you went out and wrote your own narrative, and then you was on shows with these flippy dudes trying not to be flippy. And then, bro, come on. You got to remember, you're only as good as your opponent. You see a bunch of dudes matching each other. I'm sorry, for a guy who's supposed to be an athlete, you should be able to keep up, because there was a time even Big Show was doing like high fly stuff. Mm-hmm. And there's big high fly men. My thing is like, yo, you can't be out here just knocking everybody's style because you got a style of your own. And your style ain't even nothing new. Let me tell me something different you did. I just compared you to doing Hulk Hogan stuff. And I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes, Hulk Hogan was a big thing in the 80s. Yes, Hulk Hogan was making a lot of money in the 80s. You mean in simpler times where everything was much slower? He couldn't. Hey, listen, you ain't gonna be able to keep up. Hulk Hogan wasn't gonna keep. I'll say this right here now. Hulk Hogan versus somebody smaller, like i.e. a Shawn Michaels, couldn't really keep up. Mm-mm. A Bret Hart couldn't really keep up. So, and let's be clear right now. Braun Strowman, I've seen you have some good matches only with smaller, i.e. flippy guys, i.e. a Seth Rollins, who literally ran the gauntlet with you. Let's see. A quick AJ Styles, easy. And you got to remember, Roman ain't flippy, but he's way smaller than you, and he quicker than you. I guarantee you right now, Hulk Hogan won't be able to keep up with nobody's speed. Mm-mm. And if you think that, I'm going to easily just walk around like Godzilla and smash, pick people up, and then people won't get bored of it. That's why when someone like The Fiend easily came up and that's why someone like Bray Wyatt, who's also a big guy, can really move, and even have a match with the i.e. flippy guys or the guys who like to jump through the ropes. They enjoy it. That right there, nah, F out of here.
He got too cocky being a superstar, got humbled when he got fired, and then because they came back for him, he went back and got cocky all over again.
That's what I'm saying. Don't do that because I'm telling you right now, like, yo, Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre literally flips over the top rope. And this man picked you up and dropped you on your head. Stop it.
Braun walks like he hurts.
Yo, he run like he hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I ain't never seen somebody's feet do this. Hold on, let me get to the camera. Do this. Like when people run, they run like that. His dress was he got two stiff legs, just moving like that. Like he trying to swim, so he's like, ooh.
And let's be clear, if Omos was athletic and actually could really move around the ring, Braun Strowman would not be back in WWE right now.
Yo, let's be clear right now. Braun Strowman runs like, you know how you remember the Flintstones, how they would start their cars? Mm-hmm. That's how Braun Strowman runs. That's exactly how man. Come on, stop it.
On to the next match, a technical masterpiece. Would be Bayley versus Beyond. Oh no, actually we forgot the Usos versus Brawling Brutes.
That was a great match.
But the Usos could do no wrong right now in wrestling when they attack.
Yo, that match was fire though. I ain't even gonna lie. When they say, yo, we know, man, I was like, yo, they got to beat us, right? And they tried to leave. I was like, yo, you right. Leave. Just leave. Like, that match was good. And I got to say, I respect them paying homages to Sheamus throughout the match.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's like good callbacks right there. And I love to say the crowds chanting Usi and getting in Jay's head was awesome. Awesome. And now 1D from the top rope, because that joint had me going, oh, I loved it. That was a good match. That was entertaining.
Absolutely.
Them is, I don't know who could beat them. Honestly, I don't know who could beat them. Right now, the only person who can touch them is their opponents this Friday.
That's going to be a classic, but we all know the Usos are not losing. But it's still going to be a banger, though. They need to give that match a half an hour.
Yeah. Because I ain't going to front. When the New Day broke the record, they had to do like 3 matches in one night.
Mm-hmm.
They can get that half an hour. And I'll be in it to the end. Next match.
I would say New Day struggles badly without Big E, though.
I don't know. You know what?
If Big E's not part of New Day, they are not 11-time tag team champions.
That's not true.
Nah, maybe 3 or 4, but they will not be, because all 3 of them made New Day what they were.
Yeah,
and you can tell when there's 2 of them.
But you got to remember again, when it was just Kofi and Xavier, they were still winning championships on Raw by themselves.
Yeah, but that wasn't when Raw had no tag team division either.
From Ryan, what you talking about? They beat the Hurt Business.
That's when Raw had no tag team division either.
Oh my God, you just gonna take credit from these awesome folks out here who's putting on shows for you. You know what?
Absolutely not. I love the New Day, but we all know that without Big E, it's a struggle.
It's not the same because they all balance each other out. It's literally they're a tripod.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that what made them fun was they always did the Freebird rule.
My only dilemma is this, right? So the Brawling Brutes look like they're in face territory right now, right? Kind of, right? With Sheamus, they're like baby faces. Yeah. So let's just say what happens when Big E comes back. They have to automatically turn heel again?
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna front Big E owe Ridge Holland some hands.
Yeah, he almost ended his whole career.
Yeah, you owe him some hands. That's And I ain't gonna front. Ridge Holland has been working his butt off to get people to like him after that.
Yeah, you could tell he had to go the extra mile to be. You could tell because like any other situation, he would have been gone already. They would have released him.
Yeah, any other situation, shoot. I don't know, man. He might have. he gonna have to donate some money. Like he might have to donate some money during Black History Month. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it like that. That's my own thing. I was like, oh.
Speaking of Black History Month, that segues into our next match: Bianca Belair versus Bayley for the Women's Championship.
Funny match.
I will say this: those women put it all out there, though.
They did. They really did. It was a great match, but it was funny. I'm sorry, but yo, Bayley is the smartest wrestler when it comes to just trying to be creative to win a match.
Mm-hmm.
And Bianca be like, yo, she be looking like a deer and like in headlights sometimes. Like especially with the go-kart, and she just stood there. Like cart is moving slow, but she just like, what? Here they come. Here they come. Like you ever seen what you call that? Austin Powers? When the dude was in the steamroller and the dude is just like mad fun. He's like, move, and the dude is like literally like a good, like solid 100 feet away going, That's exactly what it looked like. So I'm just like,
they don't portray her sometimes as the smartest babyface.
They don't. And I just be like, But it was a solid match. I ain't gonna front. Like there's
the ending was creative.
I'm sorry, the match was just too funny. Yeah, she locked in a box.
Yeah.
She locked in a box. I sat there and said, yo, if she don't win, I don't get it. She locked in a box. And then on top of that, she trapped it in the steps and beat her down into the hole of the steps. And then when she popped, it was. And then she tried to throw steps at her, but he couldn't throw it that far. So it just dropped. I'm sorry, that match was just like mad kooky. It was great, but kooky. It was like it was cartoony.
Yeah, my thing now, where does Bayley go from here now?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Damage Control might have to turn on her.
I'm beginning to think that's what's going to end up happening.
Yeah. Damage Control's going to have to turn on her because right now, your team lost the titles and got it back. You can't even get the title.
Like for me, I can't be someone who's like, I'm listening to, I have a leader who doesn't have a championship and I do. So you're telling me what to do, but I'm the one holding the championships.
Like, yeah. Nah, you're right. You're right. You're about to say, but yo, you lost a ladder match and we helped you, right?
Yeah. And then you lost a whole nother match and you still lost that one too.
Yeah. Nah, yeah. Damn.
What kind of leader are you?
Like, you're not leading.
No, you're not.
You're not leading. Like right now, we the one doing damage control. You kind of just damaged.
Yeah, you're just damaged goods.
Like, but yo, that bump, you saw the bump onto the table?
Mm-hmm. That was sick.
Yeah, I kind of sat there. I was like, don't take her out. Please don't take her out. Like, and I ain't gonna front, Bayley is one of the best sellers.
Mm-hmm.
Because like she be the type to just start screaming about everything. Like, no! What are we doing? And then it's just hilarious. Like, I don't know. I feel like her character is more funny than serious.
Yeah, and it's hard to take her serious as a heel if that's her character.
Yeah, but yet it's super fun. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, she'll do some sinister stuff, but it's
she just needs to go back to hugging people.
No, hell no. I hated that. I hated that. All right. Remember when Guerrero was a heel for a while, but he was mad silly?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the feud with Batista? That's who Bayley reminds me of.
Yeah, but she doesn't get cheered like Guerrero did.
I know, but that's because she's annoying. She's annoying. Like, she goes out of her way to be annoying to people.
Mm-hmm. Guerrero's whole stick was, I cheat and you guys still love me anyway.
Yeah, and I get it. That's you know what? I was gonna make a joke, but but I'm believing. I'm about to be like, yeah, that's Latin swag right there.
Wow. It's not good for our audience, man.
It's not. It's not. I'm about to get heat for it.
Oh
I'm about to
man.
get it. That's swag, though.
Listen, the views expressed by him are not expressed by me.
Yeah, these are the thoughts and opinions of Doogie Franchise and do not reflect those of the art of the finish. Please, now please continue and enjoy the show. I'm saying,
and enjoying the show is what we did. The main event.
banger. You know what? Give your thoughts first. Banger.
Absolute.
Banger.
l- l-
Banger.
The fact that Logan Paul looks like he's better than about 80% of that roster should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
Like if Logan Paul was to fight Seth Rollins for the US title, I wouldn't even be mad at this point.
Oh my God, that match would be fire. I mean, granted, he's hurt, but
Yeah.
like, honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, Dominic Mysterio, what the hell? Dominic Mysterio, what the hell, man? Like,
I know
that's
exactly what you mean by this.
like, how, son? How?
Man's had 3 professional wrestling fights. And literally, like, I wouldn't even be mad if he like fights Roman again eventually for the title.
I'm glad he like I hope he gets better, but I'm kind of like, yeah, take him off TV.
Yeah,
Take him off TV because he embarrassed a lot of people that night.
Everything about that match was good, except for when his brother threw the fakest punches in the history of like.
I'm not a fan of his brother.
I'm not a fan either, but the fact that his brother threw those weak ass punches was just hilarious to me.
Yo, and I go front. I thought Solo and him was about to actually scrap, and I was like, yo, so he did the whole dramatic entrance to just walking out. I was like, come on.
It's almost like they teased it.
Yeah, but like that was a.
You know what's crazy? In my mind, I was like, they're gonna be number 4 and 5 in whatever team in that War Games match. Logan and Jake are gonna be 4 and 5. But now, with his injury now, all of that probably just changes now. But
yeah, because
I was just like, those two are gonna be the 4 and 5 members. I know it.
To be fair, it would be if it was the Bloodline, Roman, Sammy, Solo, and the Usos is 5. And then you get the Brawling Brutes. That's 3. Logan Paul. And then like one person.
It needs to be Drew.
It needs to be Kevin.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's probably gonna be the Brawling Brutes and Gargano and Kevin Owens now.
I doubt it.
Because the whole Kevin Owens storyline plays perfectly into it. Because now, what is Sammy really gonna do?
That's true. I mean, we gotta see because it might not even be them at this point. It could be Judgment Day versus the OC, just to keep Rhea out.
Be honest with you, if I had to put a 5 to go against the Bloodline right now, it would have to be the Brawling Brutes based on just the fact that they took Sheamus out. I would add Drew and I would add Seth.
That ain't gonna happen though.
I know. It's like such a mixture of like the team sounds so thrown together. I know, but
in a perfect world, Seth against it would. In a perfect world, you take a bunch of people who got issues with Roman.
That would put them together.
Yeah, I would take Kevin. I would take honestly take Kevin.
Just put his last 5 challengers.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh shit! Forgot about him. No, that won't work.
So I will go Kevin, Seth, Drew as the first 3, and then you just need. And honestly, the next two would be the New Day.
Yeah, considering they're about to fight him this week, it kind of would make sense. Knowing WWE logic right now, it'd probably be the Brawling Brutes and New Day.
No. I'm gonna tell you why it would be the New Day. It should be the New Day because Roman never Roman never beat Xavier Woods.
Yeah, the one match they had, he lost by disqualification.
Yeah, and also he beat Jey Uso. Jey Uso was supposed to bend the knee and acknowledge still the current king of the ring, which was Xavier Woods. And two,
Roman stole
Xavier
his crown.
Woods, yes, and didn't let him bend the knee. And also, you stole his crown and his moment and his time because you was afraid. And I'm gonna say this, and I really mean it. Xavier Woods is Kenny Omega-esque good. And trust me when I tell you, he is legit member of the New Day. If everybody goes, oh, Kofi's his thing, legendary, all that. Biggie is Biggie, but Xavier Woods is both. If those two do the fusion dance, you get Xavier Woods and plus.
Because Xavier Woods is scary strong. That nobody, like, you don't really see it.
Yeah, and athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think walking that tight ropes to do an elbow drop is no. Like, yeah, they don't. He doesn't. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. And him winning the King of the Ring was all good and dandy, but then like y'all tried to play him. Y'all tried to play him, and I ain't gonna front. The moment this whole Roman era title stuff is over with, Xavier Woods need that title. Xavier Woods deserves a shot at the WWE title.
Let me ask you a question. When it's all
Go
said
ahead.
and done and this whole tribal chief storyline is over with, do you think Roman goes on a losing streak?
Not a losing streak, probably on the path of revenge.
Does he stay a heel?
He's gonna stay the same. He's gonna try to be a heel. Like I said, I can't even call him a heel now. People love him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's another thing I gotta say I loved about his match with Logan Paul. Yo, they was cheering like all through this build-up. Logan Paul was getting booed. This is the first time he was getting cheered, and they was chanting Logan over Roman.
That's the credit you got to give to both of them because Roman carried that match. And
Yeah,
that match was excellent, and Logan did. The only thing that Logan looked like he did horrible was he tried to him trying sweet chin music. Even the setup for the kick looked horrible. Then they turned it into a rock bottom.
Yeah, that was. That's the name.
But besides that, everything else he had was like a near flawless match.
Yeah, I mean, over delivered.
He has top 3 frog splash.
Okay, so who's top 3? Who's one and two?
Eddie and RVD.
Nah.
I will say this. I ain't never seen a wrestler ever take his camera and go stream live while he did a move off the top of the.
Which was did you actually watch the footage?
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. Because there's nothing like seeing that in real time as he's jumping off the rope.
Yeah, nah, I was. It's funny because it goes in slow motion and it's just like
Yeah.
But I think that's when he hurt himself.
Yeah, I think
because I don't know, you hear him scream like it hurt. I mean, granted, it probably did hurt coming that fast and down on somebody.
Shout out to his buckshot lariat, by the way, too.
This motherfucking Logan Paul delivered, man. Fuck him. I'm hating. I don't care. He delivered. Like, yeah, he delivered. What's another bit in the match I gotta say? The one lucky punch.
Oh, the one lucky punch didn't even turn out to be that because he punched him twice and he still kicked out.
Yeah. What else?
He definitely did a lot of Shawn Michaels moves too.
He really,
An
yeah,
elbow to the kick up.
yeah,
They try to say it was a Superman punch, but if you know Shawn Michaels, that was that flying elbow.
yeah. It was the match, and I like the fact that the whole match Roman was trying to dodge Jake's punches, Logan's
Yeah.
punches. Like I like that. It was good storytelling right there. Roman finally landed a Superman punch. Like it was a match where everybody they were trying to land their biggest punches and they just kept dodging each other. So
Once he hit Logan with that Superman punch and that spear was over though.
Yeah.
He's like, time to get out of here. Time to go home now.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was on the edge of my seat the moment. Yes, son. I'll be the first one to say I acknowledge my tribal chief. All right.
Oh.
Sit there and say I acknowledge the tribal chief.
Oh, yes. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So we do know in that we do know in WhatsApp who's who now.
All I have is the fancy big gold belt.
That's all right. They don't even have that no more. So
it's all right. It's all right. It's synonymous with professional wrestling, though.
Acknowledge me. It's show up season.
He pulled the belt out. I respect it though. I dig it.
Yeah, but yeah, man. That match, honestly, if he heals up, because he tore ACL, MCL, and meniscus.
I believe it when I see it. I feel like he'll end up on Wrestling Tomorrow.
I don't know. Like I want to who could you see him wrestling next?
Yeah,
Logan Paul.
It's almost like where do you go from here? That's a good question.
I hope he did take a picture of Brock Lesnar, but I was like,
no, I don't want him to die. That's a very good question. Are we sticking SmackDown or Raw?
Both brands.
If it's Raw, I would say Seth Rollins.
Yes, I was thinking that. But just in case you can't get Seth Rollins, who else?
If he goes heel, Riddle.
I mean, he is a heel.
Riddle. If he's a heel on SmackDown, Rey Mysterio, obviously. Yeah. Everybody goes after Rey Mysterio. That's how you establish yourself.
All right, I'm about to drop a real one. I'm about to drop a real one right now. It's gonna sound wild, crazy, and hot take. The next person I want to see, other than Seth Rollins, Logan Paul wrestle, is Gunther.
I would see that. I would want to see that just to see how he takes those chops.
Exactly. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. After that match, I would definitely tune into his podcast to hear what he says about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. After this, you have to. I'm almost sure his podcast at this point now is just like to talk about this whole experience. Like he's got more championship matches than most people.
Yeah. Sure, he got more title shots than Cody.
And Cody's been wrestling for 25 years, and he only been wrestling for like 25 weeks.
Yeah, man. Like, shoot, he got more. Like, yeah. This is gonna sound crazy too. He put on a better match against Roman than Cesaro, son.
A lot of people are saying this is Roman's best match. Yeah,
since becoming Universal Champion.
Yeah,
I don't know because
this might be his best match since his heel run. Period.
I don't know. Him and Jay was a great match.
No, that was great storytelling.
Okay, good point. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
Like him and Riddle had some bangers, but not like this match.
Yeah, and him and Finn was cool too, but
yeah, but then God played a role in that.
Yeah. Like said God played a role. You sit there watching it like he said, who helped him? God? What the hell, God?
Yeah, like God really loves Roman that much?
As tribal chief. He's in God mode. That's what it was.
God acknowledges him.
It was God mode. Nah, but yeah, this might have actually been
Might have been
Roman's
Roman's best match. Yeah.
Look, where do you? Yeah, all right, he got it.
Mm-hmm.
He got it. He got it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Might have been Roman's best match.
Yeah. But let's go to one thing before we end Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Bray Wyatt.
I don't care for him. And I keep saying that. It's like you brought him to Saudi Arabia to do the same thing he's been doing on SmackDown for the last 2 weeks.
But are you listening?
I don't care. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Once he get past the entrance, he starts talking. I tune out.
No, stop doing that.
I'm ready to see him fight. I don't want to see him talk no more.
Listen, and it's crazy because this promo to me it sounded like it's weird because he was talking about family, and then the way he was talking about it, he was talking about like if he was in the head of Roman to me. And I don't like if you and just listen to it, like just if you could just do that, just listen to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and listen to it.
Because he talks about like he talks about himself and then being part of a family. And then he was like, and I wanted to be great, but I need to be greater than great. I need to be like it was like the whole thing Roman was preaching when he came back and his feud with Jay after beating the Fiend and all that, it sounded like that. And then it sounds like I have to do a lot. He started mentioning how I have to do a lot of bad things and all this other stuff. And I'm like, yeah, like Roman did a lot of bad things. You know what I mean? Like you beat your cousin into submission. You lined yourself with paw hand. Yo, it was just a lot of stuff like that. That it kind of like to me, and this is me. You could say I'm just like reaching, but it just sounded like that to me. I like, and it sounds like, and then you got the Uncle Howdy.
Howdy.
Yeah, and it's like telling him like, yo, give in, yo. You like, even talking about bringing in family, surrounding himself with family. Now I don't have family. That's like Roman. Roman don't got family right now. He got subordinates and soldiers. They not really family, and I'm like, yo, I feel like he's describing Roman low key.
He could be, or he could be just bringing in Bo Dallas.
But that's another thing too. He could be setting up like, yo, if you're talking about Roman and you're talking about being evil, yo, to beat the evil, he's gonna bring in family. So I would, and then right now I would say get Bo, get Rowan, recruit Braun back. You know what I mean? You need somebody for Heyman, get Alexa. Like it's just like, yo, and then right now that's only how many people right there? That's 3. And then like you need somebody else. Who would you trust to work to be under Bray Wyatt's command? You can never know. It could be Joe Gacy. It could be what's his name? Dexter Lumis. Like you could just build this up into final.
Could be Karrion Kross.
It could be. Like he can just like, could you imagine Bray Wyatt just going like, you see, time is a funny thing. We all have it, but we easily run out of it. We always have it, but we always run out of it. As time is ticking, there's much more that we need. And then he could just sit there and be like, as our roads cross, vengeance shall strike upon thee who've crossed me. And then there'd be some crazy stuff like that. And then you find out, oh yeah, now he in it.
Yeah, then he fights Roman and then he loses and it's like, okay, we're back to the same old Bray Wyatt.
Oh, time out. See, that's the thing. I would say pick your time. If you're not gonna have Wyatt beat Roman, hold that off. Because they've been feuding for years. And I have to say Roman has been the dominant one in that feud.
Mm-hmm. Even when he was the Fiend, it didn't even matter. Roman still was dominant.
And that's the thing, because they didn't really feud. And I'm not even gonna say it like that and the reason why I'm gonna say it like that is because Roman didn't pin Bray.
He pinned Braun.
Exactly. And then the thing is, and he waited at the last second to when Braun managed to tire out the Fiend long enough, and he came and beat them with chairs while they were already down to just pin Braun. Because even when he tried to pin the Fiend first, he kicked out. At this point, Bray owe Roman a lot right now.
He could use that as a story, as that he's the reason why he started going downhill.
Exactly. You can sit there and say, and like, you got a minute, and then you even have to look at it like this. When he was here, they were like this. Especially with Fiend. But then the moment, if you see, the moment Roman started getting stronger, right? The Fiend just started, like, Bray started getting weaker.
Yep.
Weaker. And it's like to the point where now he's gone. Phased out. So now what do? The man is up here. So now you got to get stronger. You have to reach a point to just chop back up to his level. But then you're going to have to be a little more vicious and evil to get to him. That's what I want to see. That's where he needs to be. I need Fiend debut I need Fiend 1 debut. I need early Bray debut. I need that. I need when he was at his strongest, when he had the Wyatt family around him. And then the second time is when he came as the Fiend. You take those two moments and you combine them into this Bray. That's what you need to fight someone like a Roman.
So overall, what did you give Crown Jewel?
I give it a. Oh, we doing letter grades or number grades? Which one do you want?
We're doing Dave Meltzer grades. Now we're doing number grades.
Number? 1 to 10 or like?
Yeah, 1 to 10.
1 to 10. I give it a solid 8.5 because I was really entertained. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I give it about an 8. I give it about an 8.
I give it 8.5 because the matches I didn't think I would enjoy, I really enjoyed. And the matches I thought I would, and the reason why I didn't give it a 9 is because I thought I would enjoy the Almost Braun match more, but it was an 80s, it was an old 80s joint.
Match of the night, definitely Logan and Roman.
Yeah, that was the match of the night.
Worst match of the night?
Braun versus Omos.
I give mine wouldn't be the worst match of the night. Worst segment would be Bray Wyatt.
That's because you just hate Bray Wyatt.
I don't mind him, but it's just like it's the same thing. Like I got to see something different.
I do want to see him fight. So
yeah, it's like being in a mysterious dark room for 6 weeks, telling people you want to fight.
Ha ha ha! Shout out Alistair.
yeah, like dude was in one room for like 6 weeks. I just want to fight. I want to fight.
Like somebody knock on my door. I'm like, nigga, just go outside and find somebody.
Yeah, like you're in the arena. You can pick a fight if you want.
Yeah, son. Sheamus right there. That's his whole bit.
Yeah. Well, once again, do you have any closing things you want to say?
Let's see where they go from here. Right now, we're on the road to War Games. Oh, and we also got what's the next pay-per-view for AEW? Is it Full Gear?
Yeah,
we got that, and then we got War Game. I'm looking more forward to War Games than Full Gear. So
me too. In a weird way, I am too. Although AEW is still going to deliver, but I am looking forward a little bit more to War Games just because I think I want to see it on a grand scale now. It'll be interesting to see how they pull it off on an actual like main roster scale.
Yo, bet.
Yeah, so
yo, I'm gonna try to see if I can hit the spot up for War Games this year because that look interesting.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. Maybe that's what we'll be at.
Bad. We gotta make now. Oh yeah, we gonna have to start promoting that then. So let me see if I can get a day off or get dismissed early to go there, and then I'll be like, all right, we in that.
All right. So, all right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Yo, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you later.
Yes, sir. Goodbye and good night.